Alright, so welding is a process that uses electricity to create enough heat to combine two metals. The most popular kind of welding there is stick welding. Stick welding, also known as shielded metal arc welding, uses a consumable electrode to combine irons and steels. Now this is your electrode right here, and what happens is you have a rod on the inside that acts as a conductor. And so when you strike that to a grounded piece of metal, it'll create an arc of electricity, and inside of that arc, metal droplets fall out, and that is your molten pool that actually creates your bead and combines your two metals together. Now around this rod on the electrode, you have what's called flux, which is like a brittle cover around that rod that when it's heated it breaks off and it creates a shielding gas to keep all of your porosity out, which is any dirt, slag, just anything bad, air even, that's trapped in your weld that you don't want in there. So when the process is finished, you have this slag that covers your weld bead that you have to chip off with a chipping hammer and then brush off with a wire brush to have your finished product. That just protects it until it cools down and solidifies. So stick welded salary it ranges widely, anywhere from $50,000 to $300,000 a year, depending on your skill, your experience, and what jobs you're actually doing. I mean, anywhere from a pipeline welder, oil and gas industries, and underwater welder can make a lot of different money just because their jobs are more dangerous. So, according to Howard B. Carey and modern technology, Auguste de Maritins created the stick welder in 1881. So TIG welding, which is also known as gas tungsten metal arc welding, is used an inert gas along with a non-consumable electrode, which is a tungsten rod that they place inside of this torch here, and you just have to keep it sharp. And you have a filler rod as well, which is actually like your electrode. As you're going along with the TIG, you have to fill in with this filler rod, which is a metal that is what causes your droplets over the weld. TIG welding is actually the cleanest and probably the most difficult weld there is to master, just because there's so many things that goes along with it. You have to have two hands going at the same time, and you also sometimes have a foot pedal along with it. TIG welder's salary ranges anywhere from $30,000 to $70,000 a year, also depending on your job and skill level. Most TIG welders are in the aviation and food industry just because it's such a clean and strong weld. Now, according to Howard B. Carey and modern welding technology, again, the TIG weld was invented by C.L. Coffin in 1890. Now, MIG, also known as gas metal arc welding, is probably the simplest welding there is. It's just a torch, a gun that has a trigger on it basically, and it has a consumable wire on the inside. Now with this wire comes out a shielding gas also to protect your weld, but there's not much preparation that goes along with it. They use carbon dioxide. It's actually 75% carbon dioxide and 25% oxygen in that. Now, MIG welding is one of the simplest welds to do. All you have to do is really press the trigger and run with it, so it's probably the lowest paying welding field there is. They use it a lot in the production industry. It'll be anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 a year, depending on your skill level and how long you've done it again. Now, according to Howard B. Carey and modern welding technology, Lubusky and Novoshelov created MIG welding in 1953. Thank y'all.